Hello guys, and here is the next episode of the most interesting urban development news from around the world. I make these episodes weekly, so subscribe to the channel not to miss the future content. And before we start, I'd like to thank to all my amazing Patreon supporters. In Stockholm, after a lot of debates, they finally started construction of a new bridge for pedestrians and cyclists in Slussen, which will run next to the metro bridge and will make it easier to get from the western part of the old town to Södermalm. I've spoken about this bridge before, and the problem with it was that it was going to be right next to the metro bridge, and the Stockholm metro operator was afraid that its construction could damage their bridge and cause train traffic to stop on it, resulting a traffic collapse in the city. As we can see from the newer plans, the shape of the bridge has been slightly changed and moved further away from the metro bridge, almost as I suggested in my video. So now they will be separated by 18 meters. The total width of the bridge will be a little over 8 meters, 5 of which will be used by cyclists. A total of 75 piles will be installed by August 2025, and after that the bridge itself will be built and it should be opened in early 2027. The budget for the construction is 450 million euros. Oh no, wait, it's Swedish kroner, not euros. Sorry. But the new design has also been heavily criticized, as a ramp that would have allowed cyclists to climb from the waterfront on Södermalm to the bridge was removed from the plans, so there are concerns that cyclists will choose the route through Vattentorget, which could become too busy. The city of Madison, Wisconsin has launched a new system of 3 bus rapid transit routes, A, B and F, as well as a new fare collection system. Route A runs from the east to west from Sun Prairie Park and Ride to Junction Road and will board at new stations starting at East Springs Drive on the east side to the west end of the route. These stations will also provide connections to the B and F routes along the Route A corridor. The new service will be operated with federal funding provided to the city. The new payment system introduces account-based ticketing with new Metro Fast Fare cards, providing a seamless and flexible payment process for all users who no longer have to select a fare or purchase a ticket before boarding. And to reduce waiting time, Metro Transit buses have been equipped with onboard validators to provide faster boarding. Conventional buses are equipped with 2 validators, while articulated BRT buses have 3 ones, allowing for multiple door boarding. Cash is not accepted on the BRT buses, which simplifies the payment process. Škoda will increase the capacity of trams used by the Finnish city of Tampere. The agreement includes production and installation of 11 additional sections for 11 trams, which will lengthen the vehicles to 47 meters. The number of passengers on the Tampere-Ratikka line is growing, and the tram's extension will increase the passenger capacity by more than 30%, from 264 to 345 passengers. At the same time, increased passenger capacity will allow the entire route to be operated with an optimal headway of 7.5 minutes. The project will start with the production of one test section at the Škoda's plant in Otanmäki in 2025. This section will be installed to one of the existing trams and will pass extensive testing both at the plant and then at the streets of Tampere. Once the prototype is approved, Škoda Group will produce and deliver the remaining 10 sections. Installation will begin in 2027, and all the extended trams should be on the line by the summer of 2028. And next, we have some very interesting news from Mexico. More than 30,000 solar panels have been installed on the roofs of Central de Abasto, one of the world's largest food markets, to power Mexico City's electric buses. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum, who came into office recently, announced the installation of a solar power plant at the 327-hectare food hub back in 2022, when she was the mayor of Mexico City. The first phase is complete and the rooftop panels are already powering parts of the market, reducing electricity bills. In the second phase, which will start in January after additional works and testing, the energy will be directed to the city's transportation system. This solar power plant, named the Solar City by then-Mayor Sheinbaum, contains 32,100 Chinese-made panels and is one of the largest urban solar projects in the world. It is expected to produce 26.5 gigawatt-hours of electricity per year. When the second phase begins, more than 300 electric buses will be powered by electricity generated by panels on the market, and this will help the Mexican capital to reduce CO2 emissions by 13,000 tons per year. The initial investment in this project was about $20.5 million, but then the government of Mexico City had to invest another $10.3 million in the food market itself to ensure that panels are properly protected from earthquakes. Chilean Railways FA has announced a $200 million tender for the construction of a tunnel for commuter trains connecting Santiago and Melipilla. The contract includes construction of an underground station at the Central Railway Station in Santiago and a 3.2-kilometer-long two-track tunnel. As for me, this price looks too optimistic, but anyway. This contract is only a part of the larger project, and tenders for the construction of the following sections: Melipilla-Mayocco and Mayocco-Lo Errázuriz, each worth $785 million, will be announced later. In total, the Tram project is expected to involve investments of more than $1.9 billion. Notably, one of the reasons for building the tunnel, though certainly not the main one, is vandalism, which often affects rail infrastructure. The overall project includes 11 stations along the 61-kilometer line with 3 tracks, 2 for passengers and 1 for freight trains, and connections to metro lines 1 and 6. It is estimated that new line will have an approximate ridership of 57 million passengers annually in the area with a population of over 1.1 million. In mid-September, it was announced that FA has received 6 bids from Spanish and Chinese groups in companies and 1 Chilean company. Meanwhile, Alstom presented design of a third generation of Strasbourg trams, and I have a slightly strange feeling about it, because it doesn't look as impressive as the previous models, just for my taste, of course. Kolkata, the last Indian city with trams, is saying goodbye to its 150-year-old tram system, as the West Bengal government has decided to stop most of the lines. Transport Minister Snehazis Chakraborty announced the decision, saying that the main reason for it was the growing traffic congestion in the city. And as a preservation of historical heritage, only the historic section between Maidan and Esplanade will continue to operate. This decision, however, wasn't popular with local residents. Many residents and tram enthusiasts are disappointed, as they consider trams to be a significant part of Kolkata's history and identity. According to the transport minister, Kolkata has narrow streets and slow trams are increasingly clogging up traffic with the growing number of cars. Oh, it's so strange to read this. Looks like it's not 1960s anymore, and trams in many cities looks like this. You can just go and see how everything works there, but there are still officials who think that if you just remove the tram from the streets, it will solve the congestion problem. But it won't. And that was all the news I was capable to read today. Thanks for watching and hope to see you here again next week again. Anyway.